Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guests. Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guests. Yeah.
So you did that one scene, and then did you ever shoot for companies again?
I did keep shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, I kept going. I actually did like background casting couch next, and I actually did my first scene through like I never did in my life. And I was like super nervous for that one because like I never did and I didn't know like how to prep or anything like that. But the guy that was there like told me what to do, and like I was like researching too on my own. And I had fun doing it. I think I was just like so nervous. I don't even think I during the scene because I was so like nervous. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel for you because I get what it's like to just be nervous and you're like, what do I say? Everything I say is such a risk because what if it comes out like weird?
Yeah.
And then at the same time having your
worst thing when you're saying something in you say something and then the girl goes, what? Or like, excuse me? It's so awkward. You're supposed to be like doing this like whole thing. But you know what I always notice is like, I'll be watching, I'll finish, and then as I'm like wiping it up, I'm just like, I notice like, holy shit, they are loudly throughout this. And
yeah,
you don't ever think about it when I'm actually like in the moment, but there's a lot of like in like.
But if they weren't making noise, I feel like you would also have noticed.
I know. Well, yeah, but I don't notice any of it until after I finish. Then all of a sudden it becomes like, whoa, this whole thing is kind of weird, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. So you liked it so much that you were just all in, and what made you want to do for the first time on camera?
Honestly, I just like I never did it, and obviously I didn't have like a lot of partners prior. And I was just kind of like, it. I mean, good way to try it out.
Had you done any stretching or training of your in the lead up to this?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you were messing around, making sure that you could get something in there.
Yeah, and he wasn't like very big, so I wasn't like worried about that. I was just more worried that I never did it before, and like when I was like reading on stuff, it's like, oh, it's so painful and blah blah blah. It can be messy. So that's what I was like very nervous, is like making a mess and like obviously the pain. But
I'm thinking of starting a Plug Talk sub brand called with Adam.
I'm sure you would be your favorite day of the week.
Are you down with us?
Am I a part of it?
No, you'll be at home. You just do your own thing.
What's my sub product for Plug Talk?
With Lena, there you go. Great idea. We really just unscramble your name, and we pretty much end up with. Okay, so now how long have you been in the game?
I want to say like 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you love it?
4.
You into the lifestyle?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I have fun meeting people and traveling and stuff like that, and like just getting to explore my like when I was like younger too. Like I wasn't with a lot of people, so gave me the opportunity to learn what I liked and what I didn't.
Definitely. What are your turn-ons? Like what kind of things actually get you off?
I would say like dirty talk and like just people being like friendly.
Friendly. So
Yeah.
you're not the type who wants to be treated badly or have somebody.
I mean, I don't mind like being treated badly, but like as in like a joke, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But as part of the performance, is that something that turns you on or no?
I mean,
nice
it
to her.
could, yeah.
No, I'm always nice. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't do the mean stuff. Yeah. I don't think I can afford that. I'm a public figure. It's gonna go viral. They're gonna be like, look at him yelling at this girl, calling her a bitch and shit. It'll be awkward.
Yeah, please don't do that.
I feel like regular dudes can get away with a lot more. They can just like be really nasty on camera, and I'm like, I feel like a lot of that stuff is probably not a good idea.
I feel like it's scene dependent and like company dependent. Some people want that, and that's what they film. But I feel like for the most part, that's not standard.
Right,
Yeah.
but some of the dudes I know are just grimy ass, dirty mother who just want to call the girl a bitch and smack her around, and like I know like
No.
the stereotype is like that. This is just acting, but I feel like a lot of these guys are actually like letting out their deep emotional aggressive feelings. That's just me. Oh, okay, so what about your personal life? How would you describe your life off camera?
I mean, I feel like when I got into my life got pretty crazy. Like I was kind of just like people. And like one time I this dude, but he was like into something that I like never experienced before. Pretty much he wanted me to literally jump on his back with my heels, and I thought he was joking originally. I was like, I'm not doing that, like it's gonna hurt you.
How'd
It
you meet
seems
this
so
guy?
unsafe too.
Yeah, and he was like being serious, and he's like, I need you to go grab your heels and jump on my back.
Wait, how'd you meet this guy? How did this conversation come about?
Okay, so he had a yacht, and he was like, hey, come out on my yacht, and there was a bunch of other girls out there, and I was like, okay, like let's have some fun, you know. So I go out on the yacht, and then he's like, from there, like we kept hanging out because he had like a nice boat, whatever. It was fun. And we went to dinner, and at dinner he was saying that, and then we got to his house and he was being serious, and I was like, what the and so I was like, okay, I'll go grab my heels. And then I would like wanted to grab onto the wall, and he's like, you can't grab on the wall. I'm like, I'm gonna fall. Like, I can't have my heels on jumping on your back. Like, I need the wall. Okay. So I get on his back, and he's like, jump on it. And so I like lightly like grab on the wall, jumping on it. And he's like, that you need to do harder, jump on it. And I'm like scared because like it's not exactly balancing like on his back and stuff, and I don't want to hurt him.
And it's hard enough to stand in heels, right? Yeah.
So I'm like struggling, and I'm like, are you serious right now? And so I'm like just trying to make him happy, you know, whatever. And then he's like yelling, and I'm like, whoa, okay. So he likes like that kind of pain. And then he grabbed his belt and he wrapped it around his and he's like, pull me. I was like, what the okay, this
and so this is kind of taking you by surprise because he hadn't told you,
no,
hey, I'm into all
this
freaky shit.
And I never expected it either. Like the last thing I would ever expect is anyone want to be jumped with heels on their
And was
back.
this on the yacht? So we were like stuck with this guy?
No, I actually met up with him at his house.
Okay.
So I wasn't like technically stuck with it, but I kind of wanted to see where it was going, like from there. And so yeah, I was at the belt part. So he told me to pull him like with his belt, and so I'm like walking him around, and he's like, okay, like, you know, take control. And so from there I was like, I didn't even know what to do. I was like, wow, this is like so insane in my head. I'm taking everything and that's like going on. And I was like, okay, get on the bed. And then he's like started making like some weird ass noises. I can't even like do the way like he was, but anyways, it was just really weird. So I just continued, and I started like and then he goes, I want to turn on your and I was like, okay. So he's like, let me get my laptop. And then he turned on my and it was like the one that was like, and they're all like 4 guys, and they're like spinning the table, and they're
Whoa.
So he turns that one on, and he goes, this is my favorite one. I love to watch it, la la la. And he's like getting off to that. I'm like and stuff, and I'm like, okay. And then when I got on him, he like within like that. Like I was just like, whoa, this is.
Did you ever hang out with him again?
No, he was honestly too much for me. Like after that, I was just like,
Did you feel like you needed a good shower?
Oh yeah, I definitely did shower. But yeah, it was just like so insane. I just never expected like people to be into stuff like that.